Hi David, this is my 3 minutes seminar on the Great Highland Bagpipe. History goes back to biblical times, probably 4,000 years or thereby, but I can't give you the Bible reference, but it's the very early books of the Bible. It's even rumoured that Nero played a bagpipe rather than the lute when Rome was burning, but I don't know if that's justified. Anyway, we have developed the bagpipe, which started off with a simple bag, a sheepskin or a pigskin or a bladder of some sort, something you could hold air into, and that gave you a reservoir of air. So instead of having a direct blow into a straight reed like that, this reservoir of air can then give you a continuous sound. Some clever people can do circular blowing, which means that they use their cheeks to make the reservoir of air, and they can have a direct blow into a practice chanter. And this is what we start on. A practice chanter, a simple instrument, a cane, a reed, which is a two-bladed reed, double-bladed reed, and this one's direct blow, and here we are. Different sizes of chanter. More recent times, everything was this size at one time, but in more recent times, they've been making long practice chanters, which is much more the length of pipe chanter, a bagpipe chanter, so that you're transferring the finger differences. 8 holes, 7 in the front, 1 at the back, and when you cover all the holes together, that gives you a 9th note. Very basic. We start on a practice chanter, as you know, once a child or young adult or whatever, once a learner has achieved reasonable playing to about 5, 6, 7, 8 tunes from memory, because you never see pipers with music in front of them. You commit tunes to memory. Once you've memorised your 6, 7, 8, 9 tunes to a reasonable standard, then you transfer onto the bagpipe, made simple by stopping up the drone holes and having a blow stick, which is a simple, straightforward, hollow tube with a wee flat valve of some sort, either at the foot or somewhere in the middle. A flat valve to stop the air from coming back. We have 3 drones fitted into the bag through stalks. This was an original bag, a hide bag, but it could have been anything, hide or sheepskin or even kangaroo skin, would you believe? I did play a kangaroo skin bag at one time on somebody else's pipes. It was popular in the 1950s, 60s, and it didn't need to be seasoned. A hide bag or a sheepskin bag has to be seasoned, which means you pour stuff inside and stop up the bag so it becomes airtight. It's porous. Whereas a kangaroo skin apparently is not so porous, and it would become airtight just with blowing it. Now, where have we got to? We've got a bag with 3 drones, a blow stick, and a chanter. We're finished with the practice chanter now, but that's still used for learning tunes. But the pipe chanter produces a much louder sound. Double cane reed, and it's a conical shape, so the sound is increased. Makes quite a sound, but as I said earlier, it's a direct blow instrument like this. In a direct blow instrument like this, then you can't sustain a whole tune, whereas with the bag, we can. Let me tell you a bit about drones before I play you a tune. We have 3 drones in the Highland bagpipe. There were 2 drones up until the 1700s, somewhere or other, somewhere in the middle of the 18th century when the 3rd drone was added. We have 3 drones. They're tunable, and you can see that 2 parts to the tenor drones, and that bit can tune to a pitch which should be in tune with the pipe chanter. The bass drone is longer, and as you can imagine, it's got a deeper sound, and it's in 3 parts. And the other 2 bits are tunable, but in fact you tend to tune just the middle bit there. The drone reeds started off as bamboo cane reeds. This is a tenor reed, a smaller one, with a tongue, a cut piece and a stopped up end. That's the tenor reed, and there's the bass drone reed. Different sizes of reeds. These days we're on to modern materials, plastic, and all sorts of combinations. That one's metal at the foot. Supposedly will allow the moisture to be picked up on the metal to save it going into the drone, but I'm not too sure about that. Tenor reed made of plastic and other materials. Now, a bag, 3 drones, a blow stick, and a pipe chanter. Before I play you a tune on the pipes, I'll just let you see some of the headgear worn by pipers. This is a standard piper's hat, a black Glengarry with a badge in it, 2 tails at the back, a black Glengarry, and a red Toorie in the middle. It doesn't have to be red, but most pipers have a hat like that. When you're wearing full kit, like my picture there, which is number 1 dress it's called, with plaid and all the rest of it, then we either wear a black hat with, this is a black hat with a feather, and this I would wear if it's raining, because the big hat that you see me wearing in the photograph, and that's with Loch Lomond in the background, I was playing at Cameron House, a hotel that you may well remember from my 50th birthday, I think it was, or maybe it was my 60th birthday. Anyway, that's me at Loch Lomond at Cameron House. The big hat, feather bonnet, is made of ostrich feathers and gives you height, which was the idea of the thing, based on the military hat, which was intended to scare the enemy, like the Guards' bearskin. So we've got a feather bonnet, a Scots feather bonnet, not the Busby or the whatever else like to call it, the bearskin and so on. It's all sorts of funny names, but it's a Scots feather bonnet, usually with just 4 tails, but this one is a grand one. It's an officer's one. It's got 5 tails and looks a bit heavier, and it's nice. Right, last of all then, David, I'm going to tell you something about, let you hear a pipe tune. And the thing about pipes is that tunes are embellished with grace notes. So I can let you hear the difference between a tune with no grace notes and what a piper would play to embellish a tune, all these fancy grace notes. And that's what takes the time when you're learning all the combinations of grace notes. I thought maybe we could make it a Barn Rocks of Eden and let you hear it without just a melody. Not well tuned, the pipes, but I won't waste time with tuning. They're not far away, but they're not good. Now, same tune with grace notes. There we are. one tune without grace notes, one tune with grace notes. Maybe I should let you hear how pipes are tuned, because these are out of tune. One way to tune them is tune one drone at a time. And you could hear there how I tuned the second drone into the first, and you could hear that wavery sound becoming a steady sound. The same applies to the bass drum. And I'll finish with a bit of Scotland the Brave. There we are. That was about 7 minutes. Sorry about that. Never mind. Happy talking.